Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your data buddy Kingsley, and today we will talk about data blending in Looker Studio. So imagine the concept of having multiple data sets from disparate sources, and you need to make informed decision with them. And you've got your data perhaps from the sales department, you got the data from the people from the people's department, from the HR department, you've got some other data from the finance, and you need to make decision based on all this data so that there will be consistency in decision making. There will be consistency on what is actually happening in the company and the financial health of the business. Data blending is the way to go in Looker Studio. It is the name for data join. The concept, it is directly from the concept of joining data in SQL. Let us go into my systems. We're going to blend different data sets together to make informed decision, and it's actually a very easy step. So let's do this. Today we will work on data join. The concept of join again comes from SQL. So in Looker Studio, we call it data blending. So on my system, you could see the Looker Studio interface. I am on my data source. And on this data source, I've been able to bring in three other data sets, which are the territory data, which are the territories data, product data, and customer data. In the last video, we brought in sales data from 3 different years. So let's start with the sales data. Let's move to the sales data. I will go to create report. Yes, I want to add to report. Looker Studio usually gives us this simple table whenever we open the report interface. Now, when you click on this table, go to the property panel, you will see setup and style. If I want to work on anything around this data, I'm going to work on it on the setup. If I want to make it better, the table look better, I'll go to style and style it. We are not working on style today. We are working on the setup. When you see on this setup, you will notice the name of the data source from which this table is pulling from. Below the sales, you will see blend data. And if you want to learn more, you can come in here to understand how data blending works. So I can right click, open a new tab, and you will come in here and see how data blending works. And this is a full documentation of data blending. Let's go back to the reporting interface in Looker Studio. So the concept of blended data, it's about data join. When you have data from different tables, they need to come together. To be able to make sense of the data you have, you need to bring them together and make the most out of them. On their own, they will not make reasonable sense. So the sales data we have, when you look at it by the right, you notice what we have is just foreign keys, customer customer key, territory key, product key, and other fields. On their own, they don't really make much sense. And that's why we need other data sets to make the most out of them. The sales data in this concept is what we call facts table. In data modeling, we call it the facts table. This is where all the transactions happen. So from this point, I want to get other data. I want to blend this sales data with other data sets and make the most out of them. To do this, I will go to blend. While I am still on this sales data, I will go to blend. On this blend, no thanks. When I clicked on blend, we have a new window. That's the data blend window. And you could see up here, blend data. It's asking you to blend data. And we have more information on how the blend data works. On the left, you will see the first table, which is the existing table we are on, and it's called the sales table. Lucas Studio anticipate that we are likely going to blend the data on the order date. That's why it's giving us that order date. Now let's move in and see. Now we have the data. That's our first table. You can see there, table one. Let's go in and get order table. And that's where we have join another table. But before we go in there, come by the right, you will see the blended data. What is this blended data? After joining the multiple tables together and you have pulled out the columns or the fields you want to use, the all those fields will appear here on the blended data and you can easily name your blended data. That's how it works. Let's go to join another table. I want to pick up another table. I'll click here. The other table I want to pick up is the product. All right, add to report. So here we are now. We have table one, sales. We have table two, products. When you look at this is sales. The other table is a product. So go in, I will join them on the product key. So I'm going to bring this product key and put it in the dimension and delete this. And I'll come to the products table and pick up the product key from the product table, add it to the dimension. So that's how we're going to blend these two tables on their product key. This is the column, the field. This is the field they have in common. How do we want them to communicate? This is where the join concept comes in. Let's click here to understand how all these things work. As we clicked on it, this window popped up, and this window gives us a summary of all the different joints we have in Lucas Studio, which is essentially all the different joints we also have in SQL. The outer left join returns matching rows from the right table plus non-matching rows from the left table. At this point, the left table is our sales table. And it's important you understand that when you're using the left or the right join, you need to be explicit on on the table you want to be on the left and the one you want to be on the right. Our main table for left outer join, will be on the left. And that our main table is the sales table. So let's take it on. So it's saying that this will return all the matching rows from the customer table plus non-matching rows from the sales table. That's what it's saying. The next is the opposite of it. If I choose this one, it will return all the matching rows from the left table, which is the sales table, and all the non-matching row from the right table, which is which is the which is the product table. Sorry about that. Products. That's the table we're working on. The inner join, what does it do? The inner join returns only matching rows from both right and left table, from both sales and product table, only the matching rows. It does what we call intersection, only the matching row, meeting points. It doesn't do any other thing. The full outer join returns all the rows from the left and the right table wherever they match or they do not match. Irrespective of whatever that happens, the full outer join will return all the rows. And then the cross join, it's more of like a Cartesian operation. It returns every possible combination of the rows from the left and the right. And this is not often used. The most used of all this table will be the left and the inner join. So we're going to work with the left. Why are we working with the left? The sales table is our fact table. That's where everything is. And this our fact table links to every part linked has this our fact table has foreign keys to every other tables. So it is our main table, and because it's our main table, we link it to every other table to make sense of our data sets. That's why we are doing left join. We need everything returned from the sales table, and then every matching row from the any other table we are joining it with. That's why we're doing left outer join. The sales table will always be the left table. That's the first table, and then every other table. Remember, if you're doing the left outer join, the table you want to return every row will be the left table, whereas the one you want to return the matching row will be the right table. And I have picked this left outer join. Let's talk about the condition. The condition is about which column do I want to join them on. And the condition is we want to blend them on this product key. This is because on the sales table, the product key is the foreign key there, and on the products table, the product key is the primary key there. And this is the point they communicate on. Please let's take note of that. And I am happy with this too. I'm ha- and I'm happy with this. So all I need to do is to save. The next thing is to pick the columns I want, because in the long run, when we are blending data, you are making a new table. That's what you are doing. When you're blending data, you're making a new table. So I'm going to pick the columns or the fields I want for this my new table. So in this new table, I want the order quantity. I want the order quantity. I want the stock date. It's important. All right, so I don't think I want the order date. So these order keys are not important to me. I want the order quantity. All right, so I'm going to pick up the order number. It's also important. So this is fine. Now on the product table, I want the model name. That's fine. I want the product color. I want the cost. Description. I think I need it. I don't need the product key. It's already there because that's what we formed the table on. I definitely want the name of the product price. I don't need the size right now. I don't need the style. Okay, so I don't need the subcategory. So I'm happy with what I have picked, and this is fine. What do I want? So notice that as I have picked all these fields, all the fields I picked from both tables have all populated on this side of the blended data, and I will name them. I will name them sales data. Or let's name it more descriptive. Complete sales data. All right, complete sales, it's fine. So that's the name. If I am okay with what I have done, I can actually save. I can save and move on. But I am not done. I want to bring in two more tables. And to do that, that's to tell you that you can bring in as many tables as you want. Just like the way we did on these two tables, we will easily do it on the next table. I pick the next table, and the next table is territory. I'm happy with territory table. On this my territory table, now having picked the territory table, you could see here it's written table 3, which is territory. On this territory, I need to pick the field that I will connect with my sales data. And that field is sales territory. So I will pick it up there. Now I can join. As I am joining the first table, I'm still using the outer join. Lucas Studio understand that you might want to join table from any of the previous two tables. And this is table 1 and table 2. We are working on territory table. So let's see from table 1, that's the main table here, the sales table. Let's see territory. Do we have anything territory here? All right. So we don't have it here. And that means we need to go back and include that territory key. That also means we need to include all the keys because we will need them for joining. Now, you see the importance of that. So I'm going to cancel this. I'll come in here. What are those keys that I need? I need the territory key because I'm going to use it to join. Let me bring up all the keys. I also need the customer key. It's important. I think I am okay with this. All right. So I will return back and to my join. Now from the first table, I have the territory key. You can see from here, I will pick up territory key again. And here I have a perfect join. I will join it. I need to bring in all the data that I need from the territory table. So I'm going to bring in the continent. I'm going to bring in the country. And I think I'm okay with the region. So these are all the data I need. Okay. So I've been able, so far we have been able to bring in 3 tables. Let's bring in the last one. And the last one is the product. No, the last one is the customer. These are the tables we have added. These are the other tables. So let's bring in customer. Let's move on. And again, where do we want to add it? I'm adding it on customer key. So I'll bring the customer key for now. And let's join it. I'm also joining it with the sales data. Now you can see from table 1, Lucas Studio understands that we will likely use customer key to communicate with the customer table, and it has populated it for us. And here we have, of course, it's only one column we have picked. Of course, it's only one field we have picked from the customer table. So that's why it's populated it for us, customer key. And I'm happy with this. I will save. So when I save, I have successfully blended 4 tables, which we'll also name 4 data sources. I have successfully blended 4 data sources. So I'm going to come in here and pick fields I need. So I need the annual income, birth date. I've done the customer keys already there. Education level is fine. Email addresses. Do I need email addresses? No, I'll remove it. First name, I think I'm okay. Yes, I need first name. Definitely we need the gender. Are they homeowner? I need it. Last name to concatenate with the first name. What else do we need here? Marital status. Yeah, let's pick it up. What else? Occupation, that's a must. And think we are okay with this. Let's see on the metric side, total children. Let me pick it up. And what else? Okay, so I'm happy with what I have picked up. Okay, so this is all we need. We have picked up all the columns. And as I pick them up, you notice that they are all populated here. They're all populated here. And all I need now, and I have effectively blended this data to brought this data together the way I want. So the next is to save. So I'll click here, save it. And as I saved it, you notice complete. You notice my new data set. You notice my new data source is named complete sales. It's named complete sales. And when you look at the data source here, you'll notice the two arrow with a tail pointing on different direction, showing you that this is a blended data. That is it about blending data in Looker Studio. Thank you. So that is it about data blending in Looker Studio. Today we have been able to blend multiple data sets and bring them together as one in Looker Studio. This time with this now you can make informed decision. You can be sure that you have the complete data set. You perform the correct type of join. And guys, if you're getting values in these videos, I encourage you to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and give this video a thumbs up. Share it so that others who are interested in data analytics will gain from it. Please don't leave it to yourself. Share it if you're getting value. Give it a thumbs up. And to my returning subscribers, I want to say thank you. I so much appreciate it. You are the reason why we are here. That is it, guys. Thank you.